So, we know the 24 Hours of Nürburgring is one of the most legendary races out there. The endurance race where everybody is sweating their butts off on those GT cars, throwing themselves and hopefully not hitting the barriers. So, I was wondering if I can survive a stint in one of these 24 Hours of Nürburgring. And the car I'm gonna drive is the Porsche 911 RSR, which is quite famous and a legendary car to drive. However, I'm not really a good racing driver, so my controls are kind of wacky. And I'll see if it can survive about 1.5 hours of drive. And to note that during this recording, I was recording at 9 PM and was extremely tired. Towards the end, you can see my mistakes ramping up. Let's get on to the race. And off we go with real spin at the start because I am too lazy to put partial throttles and I slammed it at full throttle down into turn 1. And over here I had a little snap, but I was able to save it. And over here the curbs made my car a bit upset, but I was able to keep it out of the barriers. First lap time I was able to set was a 7 minute 02.3, so let's see if I can maintain it, improve on it, or deteriorate over time. After a few slips and slides through the lap, the final time comes to a 6:55.9. Now this is the first ever I make. Whenever I slip, I just press the gas and never brake. And this caused me to slam into the wall at brake-wrecking speeds, and that will be our first fatal crash. Let's see how many I pick up throughout this endurance race. Drifting through the last few corners, the next lap time is a 6:57.8. And on this lap, my car accidentally goes into the grass and I press the throttle and into the barrier we go for our next fatal crash. Coming into the last corner though, I came in a bit too hot and nipped into the barrier, causing me to spin around and lose quite a bit of time. And that gave me a 7 minute 05.5. Again on this lap I went into the grass, went wide a bit and then slid a nice 360, luckily not hitting the barrier. But I kinda struggled getting back on track with half of my wheels on the grass and half on the road. Here I went a bit wide but I was able to catch the car. Same thing here, half of my wheels were on the grass and it made me grind against that barrier. The next lap time was a 7 minute 03.8 and now we are officially halfway through the endurance race. Can I hold on? Let's see. Two minutes later, my car goes onto the curb, I apply the throttle and we meet Mr. Barry R right again. Same mistake here, half my wheels go on the grass and then I slam into the barriers once again. This time the elevation change caused me to slam into the barrier again once I applied the throttle too early. And across the line I go to set a 7 minute 05 on this lap. It seems I like to put half my wheels on the grass and spin into the barrier, and that's what I did again. Same thing here. And that gives me a 7 minute 04.7. After 5 laps, it seems that I cannot break under 7 minutes anymore. Over here the car goes onto the grass again and I do a little dance for the spectators nearby. And this includes, you guess it, hitting into the barrier. In this case, I turned in a bit too early, hit the curbs and then into the barrier again. Twice. My right rear tire hits the grass, spins me around and then into the barrier we go. And the lap time is the worst so far at a 7 minute 33.6 second run. Oh my. And on the second last lap I set the quickest time of 6 minute 54.5 so far. Now onto the last lap, Can I beat that? So now let's talk about some numbers. The total time I took was 1 hour 10 minutes and 29.5 seconds for 10 laps of the Nürburgring, which is about 1/3 of the max stint time of 3 hours. The average lap time I had was 7 minutes 03 seconds. The quickest was 6 minutes 46.4 on the last lap on lap 10, while the slowest was on 7 minutes 33.6 seconds on lap 8. And I was also wondering how many fatal crashes did I do that would probably and most likely bring out a red flag. Well, I actually went through all the footage and calculated that the total number of fatal crashes is 9 of them in only 1 hour of my stint. After playing this somewhat of a simulator for about 1 hour and feeling the amount of pain and effort they have to go through, I truly have a good respect for all these endurance racing drivers. Godspeed to them.